In this video, we're going to repaint those exhaust heat shields, get the rear fender sanded down and ready for paint, replace the grommets for the side panels. I purchased some aftermarket cover plates, like the clutch cover, timing cover, and the handles for the bags. We're going to clear coat those today. And if I have time, we're going to assemble the front and rear wheels. I was planning on recording the throttle cables while I was doing this, but as you can see, this is such a tight fit in here, you wouldn't see anything but my hands. So I'm going to talk you through it. There's two cables. This back cable, you're just going to slide it up, and there's a slot here on the housing, and the cable itself slides right through there, goes around the throttle, and it's right here. You release the cable off of the track, and this piece right here just slides right out. This one here is a little more complicated, but not very much. Housing is the same. It has a slot right here for the cable to slide through. The only difference on this cable, and I'll show you that on the old cable, there's a spring inside this housing, which keeps this cable from sliding out past the slot. What you got to do to replace this one is you pull this cable up, take something like a pick like I have here in my hands, slide it through that little slot, grab that spring, slide that spring out to the top, and then your cable can come through that slot there. Same thing, remove it from the track. That's the piece right there. Same as the other one. Take it out, put the new one in, put the cable through the housing, then the spring goes down, and then the cable cover goes inside the housing. This is the spring I was talking about that goes inside the housing. All you're going to do is take your pick, grab that spring, and slide it up. So you're going to get it out of the way, and then this cable will come right through the housing. One more thing, on the accelerator cable, there's two plugs right here. You're just going to pull these off. There's no locks or anything on it. You pull this off, and then you place them on the new cable. Well, it's been a busy day. I got a lot of bits and pieces accomplished that I wanted to accomplish today. Those heat shields, I was not happy with them. And they weren't bad, really, but for me, they just weren't good enough. So I re-sanded the exhaust heat shields and gave it 3 more coats of that VHT high temp paint. Now I'm satisfied. Let's go take a look at the stuff we did today. So I'm gonna give this stuff about a week or so to cure before I put them back on the bike. That finish came out really nice. No imperfections whatsoever. That rear wheel, that came out really good. Front wheel came out fantastic. Looks really good with the new rotors on them. And here is the footrest cover for the left side. 2 coats of clear. Looks good. And these are the pieces I bought. They're aftermarket items. So I wanted it to be a gloss finish. So I sanded them all down. And then I applied the 2K Glamour Clear. And I think they look exactly how I want them to look now. We were able to install the throttle cables and the grommets for the side panel. I replaced all 6, 3 on each side. A couple of them were in bad condition, so I wasn't going to mess with just replacing 1 or 2. They're really not that expensive, these grommets. I think they're like $2, if that. So it's cheaper to replace these and be safe than to lose a side panel, because those are expensive. The front rim received 2 new rotors, and that's because the front rotors were a little out of round. So when the wheel spun, it would hit the brake pads. The rear brake rotor, there's 2 reasons I'm not replacing that rotor. There's nothing wrong with it, and it's in the back. I took the time to paint the center of the rotor black just to make it look somewhat decent. But once everything's on this bike, you ain't gonna see the rear wheel at all. But I did want it to look good, so I did what I could with it. That's all I have for today. If the video is posted, it'll be on your top right-hand corner. Ride safe, remain healthy, and be blessed.